Hello, this is the Comeback Girl coming to you live from her kitchen early in the morning, getting ready to go out and run a little bit. But I wanted to talk a little bit about why I'm back, what I'm doing, and basically I'm back because I fell off the wagon, and I thought, you know what, I think a lot of people can relate to falling off of the fitness diet wagon. When I started early last year, and I'll post the pictures. When I started early last year, I was uh, about 215 pounds. And I had stopped weighing a few months later because I was so frustrated and the weight wasn't coming off. And I vowed to never get on the scale again. And that I would judge my body and where I wanted to be by the size and how I felt navigating in that body. So by late December, really by I want to say early December, late November, I was in a size 6 for 2 weeks. So here we are, almost March, and I'm up again, probably to about a 10. Uh, but, you know, it's okay. Um, I don't feel that great right now, and I feel like everybody has a certain size that they feel good in, that their body feels good in. And so I want to talk about what got me to where I am today because luckily I still have some good habits. Um, and I picked up some bad ones too, or reverted back to some bad ones. Homostasis was slightly in effect, and it says that homostasis basically is reverting back to old habits. Luckily, a lot of the good habits stayed. I was a sugar fiend, sugar addict, and I loved like caramel macchiatos and 600, 700 calorie drinks. I would have the nerve to ask for light on the syrup, light on the caramel, but it was still a lot of calories ingested in the morning as an empty calorie. Um, so now I've gone to Splenda, not the best substitute in the world, but I also do a little bit of stevia. Truvia is on the ideal end of the continuum. Um, but I'm almost there. So I wanted to talk about a lot of food because the 80-20 rule applies. You can work out, which is, 20% of what you should be doing. The other 80%, the big chunk of it is what you put in your body. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about food. I love Jorge Cruz and his book, The Belly Fat Cure. He's since written another book, but he talks a lot about what you can eat when you like hamburgers or pizza. He talks a lot about substitutions, and there's a lot of great foods in here and stuff that's really, really good. What the book doesn't talk enough about, or at all, really, is people have certain intolerances. They have some intolerance to wheat. Sometimes I feel like I get a little bloated eating a wheat pasta. So we'll talk about, the shirataki tofu noodle and putting that in some of the recipes instead of, the whole wheat pasta noodle. And this will just be my journey. This is day one, and people can get on board. Friend me on Facebook. I know that's so cliche. Read the blog. I plan on having some really good content. So today is day one. Like I said, I'm starting off with low sugar, maple and brown sugar oatmeal. I'm gonna eat that real quick, and then I'm gonna go out to run a little bit and do what I can do. I used to be able to run consistently for about 2.5 miles. I haven't ran in, at least 3 or 4 weeks, so it's tougher for me. But I'm getting back on the wagon. I'm also in Zumba. I've been taking Zumba for about 2 weeks now, and I've actually down a little bit. So we're going to talk about that too. Doing things doing exercises that you feel good about, that you feel great. To me, Zumba is one of the best ways for women to kind of re-engage, to burn a lot of calories. You can burn anywhere from 600 to 1,000 calories for an hour, depending on how well you engage the body. And it makes you feel really good, especially, we're also, working hard jobs and stuff. And I think it's important to get that exercise to release those feel good hormones so you don't end up coming home beaten and stressed. Um, and that's how I kind of feel too. So, one of the reasons that I'm going back into exercise really religiously is because it makes my body feel good. And I don't feel that great right now. I don't handle stress very well when I'm not exercising like I should. So, we're going to talk about that. And we're going to do a lot of talking about foods too, because a lot of times on these YouTube channels, I'm seeing, people are like, oh, I was a size 45, now I'm a size 1 or a 5 or a 6 or an 8. And, here I am. But it was a journey. How did you get there? People don't talk enough about that. What kind of foods did you eat? Drink your water. That's the other thing. That's the last thing I'm going to talk about, because I do talk a lot about water. And I think you preach most about that which you have to learn. And I'm not really a fan of water, but I'm going to drink it. It's not the greatest. I'm not gonna lie, but I think that when you don't drink enough of it, your body starts to bloat. It hangs on to the water that's already in your body. So uh, you're dehydrated if you're not drinking enough water, and the body will become inflamed and bloated, and you'll get puffy faced and puffy midsections and puffy everything. So drink the water, and we'll start there. That's day one. Drink your water. Eat your oatmeal if you like it, and then we'll also talk about some other really great breakfast foods as well. I won't eat oatmeal every day for you guys. I won't bore you guys, but we'll talk about that, and we're going to get there. Day one. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.